Hi everyone and welcome to Ask Doc G! Ngayon, it's our first vlog for the year 2021 and I'd like to greet everyone a Happy New Year! And of course, pag New Year, gumagawa tayo ng mga resolutions, we let go of things, and ano ba yung mga linelet go natin? Syempre, yung mga nakaka-toxic sa buhay natin. And hindi lang tao ang nakaka-toxic. Even circumstances, and basta madami pa. But before I go into the meat of the vlog, meron tayong bagong segment sa Ask Doc G. Ano yun? It's actually the product highlight of my life. Meaning to say, ito yung mga nagsusurround sa buhay ko. These are the things that I use personally and the things that I really want to share with you that can help you. Now, first up on this feature will be, of course, my favorite shampoo, Head and Shoulders. Bakit nga ba? Kasi, right now, let's face it, napaka-importante ang maging hygienic. And that includes not only your body, that includes pati yung scalp. And speaking of scalp, dandruff ba really becomes a problem sa atin. And what actually causes dandruff? Now, dandruff is caused by andyan yung masyadong dry yung hair or too oily, and it's caused by this fungi na ang pangalan is Malassezia. So, yan yung mga causes niya. And ano yung mga symptoms? Well, definitely, itching is number one. And I'm telling you, super bothersome siya. But you know what? Treating dandruff shouldn't be too complicated. You just have to go or buy a product that actually hits the problem on the spot. And kaya naman, I really love Head and Shoulders because not only meron na siyang moisturizing effect, but it actually has an antibacterial effect. Look at this. They actually partnered with Safeguard to ensure that meron antibacterial property. And it's both moisturizing as well. Plus, ito namang variant na to, which is Cool Menthol. When you shampoo it, super cool. It's so lamig sa scalp. And it's really helpful. And actually, after one application, wala na yung dandruff. And don't forget to use it daily for it to become effective. Remember, nowadays, hygiene is key. So don't forget to shampoo every day. And don't worry about your hair. Hindi siya magiging dry. Actually nga, mas magiging moisturized pa siya. And so, that's it, no? So, make sure to be 100% dandruff-free and itch-free, and make sure to only trust the products that are clinically proven to be antibacterial and fights against dandruff too. So, that's it for my product feature of my life, Head and Shoulders. Okay, we're back sa main vlog. And sabi ko naman sa inyo kanina, ang topic natin is how to declutter or detoxify our lives. Kasi syempre, yes, given na may mga resolutions tayo that we make, but para sa akin on a personal note, I took the route of actually trying to declutter my life. Kasi ang daming noise na sometimes you need to recognize kung ano yung ingay or kung ano yung that makes you or gives you peace. You remember Marie Kondo, di ba? She really advocated for decluttering spaces, which is true, no? In our lives, we really need to declutter. We'll start to declutter toxicity out of our life. Now, yung tolerance kasi natin for toxicity is actually dependent on the person. And tayo, we also have our own thresholds for toxicity. And first, let's define first, ano ba ang toxic? Well, when we say toxic, it's something that really affects us negatively. And unfortunately, family can be cause of the toxicity in our lives. It's something that's very noisy and it's something that's bothersome. Now, how to tell if your friend or even yourself, you're starting to be toxic? Andyan yung lagi na lang nagsisinungaling. There's always manipulation. And the worst, guys, is gaslighting. It's always making you feel na parang it's always your fault. Something like that. So, that's the worst endpoint of really always allowing toxic people in your life. So, what should we do? And ito pa pala, sobrang important to. Ito yung mga tao na lagi na lang silang nagte-take and they don't give at all. Diba? Sabi nga nila, be careful sa mga taong takers. No? Because, let's face it, give and take ang mga relasyon natin sa buhay. And they disrespect your boundaries. Remember, we talked about this way back, no? I-review natin yung past vlogs ko na I love to talk about setting boundaries because that's actually the start or the beginning of detoxifying our lives from these people or these circumstances. Now, let's go to the steps. No? Paano nga ba? How to really cut off toxic people and circumstances? Just a disclaimer. Burning bridges will be the last resort. No? Let's not forget, communication is still key. Kasi malay mo naman, yung friend mo, merong pinagdadaanan na, di ba, it might be something na you can be of help. So, if you were to ask me na, dapat ko ba i-let go? I think that should be the last resort. But number one, identify your boundaries. Know when to say no. And know when to say yes. No? Hindi lahat ng bagay we will have to say yes to. And be firm and persistent also about it. Alam ko mahirap, pero hindi ibig sabihin na hindi kaya. And consider distance rather than removal. Yan yung sinasabi ko earlier na instead of burning bridges, you can, at least wag muna kayo magkita for a while and try to breathe, diba? Hinga muna. So, I know these are just a few amongst a lot more strategies. But just to jumpstart our first vlog for this year, I hope these steps have actually helped you. Now, remember everyone that we really cannot control how other people behave. But if there's one thing that we can control, it's how we behave and how we actually look at things. Perspective matters. You matter. And self-care pa rin is key. So thank you for joining me on our first episode for 2021 and watch out for more episodes na ilalabas namin. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Naks! Parang vlogger na talaga! Anyway, promise ko that we'll have more episodes. And favor na lang, can you please comment down below kung ano yung mga gusto nyong topics na i-discuss namin. And I'd gladly discuss it and probably guest. Try ko lang kasi hindi ako superstar. So anyway, so have a steady 2021, guys. I know it has started rough, but don't let it define you. Laban pa rin and stay steady and strong. See ya!